According to society, women are sugar, spice, and everything nice. Doesn't matter if their personalities are trash, their bodies are not as firm, etc. A woman's inadequacies in situations are always for a reason, and excuses are perfectly fine. And nobody cares about a man's situation either, but in this channel, we do. We want you guys to self-improve, but understand that life as a man is sometimes quite complex. The thing is that a bad situation can help you reach higher levels of awareness, just like Rich Cooper. Take a look.
What kind of what awakened you? What brought the red pill awareness to you as far as it changing your whole outlook on life and realizing these uncomfortable truths?
That was late in life for me. It was because I was 38, 39 or so when I got divorced. It was definitely late 30s. Started dating right away, then got involved in a 3-year LTR with a single mommy with 2 kids, which was a total mess. And that's what red pilled me, was that was I was around 43 and I'm like, this is messed up. It was like my entire life I was just looking back at it at 43 and I'm like, how is it that women are not what I've been told that they're supposed to be? They're not sugar and spice and all things nice. They don't behave in a way that's congruent with all the Disney movies that I've consumed my entire life. And it was just one thing after another. It was like dominoes started to fall, and it was you just had to follow the entire path of dominoes kind of leading down. I'll tell you where it all started for me. I was on a men's retreat with a bunch of guys, and I was talking to this guy Tom, who was the guy that introduced me to the red pill with the Rational Male. And we're just shooting the shit about relationships, and he's like, dude, you really got to read Rollo Tomasi's book, The Rational Male. And I'm like, all right, done. I'll take whatever recommendation you got, because I'm out of my own shit right now. I'm out of my own material. So what do you got, right?
Yeah.
And I downloaded the audiobook and I listened to it on the flight back. I was in Spokane, Washington. We were at this guys thing. There was about 30 guys at Ben Greenfield's house, and we were doing this biohacking, all this kind of cool shit. But yeah, I listened to this thing on the flight back, and I was just like, wow, that was deep. I gotta go through that again. And I went through the book 2 or 3 times before I even started talking about it. But even prior to that, I was still talking about some relationship stuff on my channel. I remember somebody once said about 6 or 12 months prior to that, they're like, you should do a video on the kind of women to avoid dating. And that was kind of a red pill video before I was even red pilled.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. So you were putting out that type of content before you actually fully awakened.
Yeah, I started to see, the reality of certain behaviors, and I was like, okay, there's a consistent pattern of behavior. If you date single moms, which you're going to end up doing if you get divorced at 39, you don't know shit like I did, then you're going to go out with enough of them to be like, okay, there's a consistent pattern here of some serious BS.
I'm just firing at the blog talk. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, there's a consistent pattern of some serious BS here that I gotta get some clarity on. It's making some clips on that, which really seemed to resonate well with a lot of guys. That was just the start. That was a catalyst for me. You know what I mean? Are you still muted, bro?
Oh, yeah. No, I'm here. No, what I was gonna say was, so the single mom experience is really what red pill. What year was this? Was this around 2015, 2016?
I don't know. That we split up 2015. That was about 5 years ago, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And I guess and
your show will go live in 5 seconds.
And we're gonna fire up the phone lines here, guys. We'll take the phone calls later on, you know what I mean? But I'm just firing them up now. But anyway, so like I was saying, so you read the book and you went over it 4 or 5 times. And it's crazy, man, because when guys, because I have a friend here in Miami, and what red pilled him was also a single mom, and he got it through Tom Leykis, and he listened to Tom Leykis. He listened to one of his broadcasts 3 times in a row. It's when you get the information, it's what? And then you listen to it again and again and again. You're like, oh my God. And it's it's this moment, because even for me, I grew up in a Arab Muslim household. So I had always kind of known these truths because my parents had talked about it. Even my mom would tell me these truths. And I always was like, what are you guys talking about? And then it wasn't until I went out into the world and I saw how things really operate that I was like, oh, this is why they told me to do things like this or whatever it may be.
Single moms have multiple red flags, and most men neglect them right until they date one. Well, better late than never, but it's always better if you know these things beforehand. Let's take a look at the comments. If she's willing to leave the father of her kids, she won't think twice to leave you. Rich's story is exactly what happened to me. I went through phases of being a Chad as well as some serious simp times. But about 7 months ago, a single mommy, 2 kids, not in great physical shape, hell-bent on still hitting the bars with her friends on the weeks she didn't have the kids, way lower SMV than me, ended things. Granted, I had pulled away after realizing that I will never be a priority for her. Because at 34, she wanted to relive her mid-20s, which she lost to her marriage. I found Rich in wake of all of this. My heartbreak turned into an awakening. I literally doted on her, cooked for her, was her emotional tampon, financial support, all of it. Straight simping. Never again. We now live in a time and society which promotes the destruction of the nuclear family and tells a woman, like my ex, that there is always something better out there, and that partying as a single mom in her mid-30s is being a queen. Red pill, no matter if you're MGTOW or just red pill aware, can really undo a lot of the harmful and destructive social programming that we as men have been spoon-fed for all of our lives. Walk away, fellas, do the work, and become a strong man of excellence. Don't ever crap on other men or their decisions. Simps and white knights are only one wake-up call away from being enlightened. As men, we have to do for each other what women have done for decades. Stand strong and united. One tribe. I raised 4 kids, 1 boy, 3 girls. I pounded into my son to stay away from single moms. I pounded into my daughters to never be single moms. I remember my old man telling me only allow people in your life that add positives to your life. Never accept anyone that takes away from you in a negative way. Girlfriends or even your buddies. Anyone. Some serious words of wisdom there, really useful. Guys, thanks for checking out this video. Stay tuned for more daily content. Like, subscribe, and comment. See you in the next video, guys. Till next time.